Sri R K Pachauri, Secretary, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Your Excellency, Dr. Linus von Kastelmoor, Ambassador of Switzerland. My long-standing friend, Dr. Ajay Mathur, Ms. Abha Shukla, ladies and gentlemen. I'm truly delighted at the fact that we are holding this very important event because clearly the micro, small and medium enterprise sector has enormous potential, but that potential is only matched in reverse by the fact that we have perhaps not paid it the kind of attention it deserves. And I think in a world where we necessarily have to move towards much more efficient use of resources of all kind, it is critically important that this very grassroots level of industrial activity in this country, as in the rest of the world, must bring about change that bubbles upwards from the grassroots level. It's perhaps not fully appreciated that even though this sector doesn't really contribute a huge amount to GDP, if GDP is going to be a metric for measurement of human welfare and well-being, it certainly has enormous benefits in terms of providing employment. And if you look at the example of several countries in the world that have done extremely well in industrializing, it's generally been driven by at least an initial phase of growth in the micro, small and medium enterprise sector. So it's necessary that we start focusing on some of the larger problems and challenges that exist in this sector. And I want to compliment the Secretary of the Ministry for the various initiatives that are being taken under his direction, because I think the government can play an extremely important enabling and facilitating role in bringing about change in the right direction. And I'm very happy that BEE, which has done remarkably well under the leadership of Dr. Ajay Mathur, is so deeply involved in this entire enterprise. In fact, I would hope that the PAT scheme, which has been implemented with a number of designated units, can at some stage also be extended to this sector where micro, small and medium enterprises are also given possibly a cluster-based set of benchmarks, and with proper incentives and proper support, they could, in a sense, compete among clusters to bring about improvements in efficiency, particularly in the use of energy and possibly, and most importantly, with water as well down the road. I need hardly mention that given the outlook that we have for availability of both energy and water, these are two resources which across our entire industrial landscape we'll have to ensure very efficient use of. And I also want to mention that particularly as far as water is concerned, the impacts of climate change are going to necessitate that we manage this vital resource far more efficiently than we have done in the past. So I shan't say any more except to extend a hearty welcome to our distinguished guests at the head table, and to all you ladies and gentlemen. We are indeed at the cusp of change. We are indeed at the crossroads where I think if the right steps are taken, both at the level of formulation of policies, but more importantly, at the level of those who are responsible for activity and enterprise in this sector, then we would all be able to move towards a pattern of sustainable development that would be good for all of you, would be good for this country, and would certainly be good for the world. So welcome once again, and thank you all for having put this event together. And we are certainly very eager to see that these deliberations which are going to take place in the summit lead to some concrete actions in which, to the extent that we are capable, we would certainly like to do the little we can to be of assistance. Thank you very much.